what are you both going to do? Because we both know, like, when we, like, uncovered that we're like, oh, my God, we're actually meant to be working together, we had a little soul mission and we made a little pact on our beautiful little star.
Isn't that cute?
So cute. So they're saying, okay, well, what are you actually going to do for people? You made a pact, but what are you doing? And this is like they're pushing. I'm feeling the push again from our galactic guides to be like, okay, we gave you the nuggets, but what are you actually going to do with them?
Yeah. I've been feeling tinkering again as well.
Yes.
In my sleep.
I've had a bit of tinkering lately, and I'm like, okay. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk about how we're going to help people through this.
True. Well, this is really cool because, like, we're still working it out. Like, and I like that. I like that we're able to talk about this just, like, out in the open while we're still working our way through it, because I think what we're doing is it's new in the sense that, like, there are new things coming, big things that are shifting and changing, and I don't know, I feel like people are going to be coming out with heaps of new modalities, new ways of doing things, and working way more within their individual power and in their, like, collective soul missions and everything they have with others. So, yeah, it's a fun adventure to figure it out. It feels like a puzzle and just trying to find all the puzzle pieces and everything. And every time we find another puzzle piece, it's like this, I feel so excited.
Yes, but I think also it's like showing people that, like, because we're evolving so rapidly, so quickly, things are happening so quick, like, we've got to just work out how to unpack it together, like, with our little soul mission that's come in, or, like, we remember our soul mission, like, oh, okay, we're working together, but how are we doing it? But we don't 100% have it all together. Like, nobody does, because we're moving through such quick momentum that, like, we've just got to run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I forgot what we called it, like the energetic frequency healing.
Yeah.
Yes, that was it, because it actually came through as energetic healing frequency, and I was like, that doesn't actually make sense. And then I was like, oh, flip it, energetic frequency healing. So what it is getting our bodies up to the same frequency as the 5D realms. And because we live in, like, a 3D reality, and it's, like, so dense, but it's like we need to use, you know, energetic healing tools and medicines and channeling to be able to get our dense bodies vibrating at that same frequency where we can just tap in and live in that higher consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I'll give an example. Like, my favorite tuning fork is the 532 hertz. So that's for the solar plexus chakra, but it also resonates at the frequency of love. Oh. So if your solar plexus is down and out, and you have, like, a lot of self-worth issues and not a lot of self-love, we can use that tuning fork to bring that resonance up, to bring it back up to, like, 532 hertz, because that is its most optimal, like, frequency, and then it will just, like, hum there.
Cool.
And then it's up to you to, like, hold on to that and be like, keep that momentum going. But, like, all of our organs and our meridians and our chakras, and even basically down to our little tiny cells, all vibrate at a certain frequency. So we just want them to be at their most optimal.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the baseline. Yeah, we want everyone to, like, all parts of our body to hum at its most optimal. But then we're going above and beyond even more with, like, all this galactic energy.
That's so cool.
So we're going into, like, unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, it very much feels like that.
Yeah.
It feels like just walking around with my eyes closed, just being like, okay, one foot in front of the other. Hopefully this next step is correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Just trusting whatever happens.
Yeah, so much trust.
So what we've received, like, Esther and I have received multiple downloads, but it's like, I think that what you do, like what we talked about in the last episode, like you like planting seeds in people. But I feel like it's your just giving, like activating permission in people to be like, oh, okay, I am allowed to remember who I actually am. I don't need to be socialized out of it anymore. I can go to like the depths of who I am and really spend time with myself and find who I actually am rather than just being this person that I thought I was meant to be.
Oh my God, I just realized that's why I've had to go through such a big unboxing of myself, because I have to help other people rip themselves out of their boxes and realize that they can be exactly who they are. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it, like, but that's what, like, we've spoken about it, like, off here. Like, you're meant to, like, help rip open people's universes.
Yeah, and just fucking yang them into existence.
Yes, like, guys.
I love it. Because that, like, and that feels, that's essentially just what I do with all of my friends anyway. Like, if they're, you know, going through something or they're needing a shake up about something, like they know I love them so much. So they know when I'm talking to them, it's coming from a place of love and of understanding where they're at. And just, they also know that I can see their future in one way or another. Like, I'm not saying I can in a psychic sense, or maybe I can and that's just, I don't even realize, but like, I can see their soul. I can see their potential. I can see all of the goodness that they are and that they can do. And so whenever I'm talking to one of my friends and helping them get past a block or into like that next part of their lives, I am just so like passionate about it, because I just want to be like, this is what you have in store for you if you just get past this teeny weeny little fear, or, you know, get the motivation to just keep pushing past this one little block or whatever it is. And sometimes like I genuinely want to shake them. Other times I just like drop a few seeds and let them like figure it out, depending on like where they're at and how much like of a push that they need. I was talking to my friend the other day, and she's in this situation with work where she's like not she's not loving it anymore, and it's feeling like quite a toxic environment, and she has like a couple of like big things that would sort of stop her from moving out of that job right now, but there weren't such big things in the past. In the past, it was just like a matter of her just being a bit too scared because she thought maybe, you know, maybe someone else at another workplace wouldn't like her, or maybe this workplace would get better and she didn't want to leave and then it suddenly get better while she wasn't there, kind of thing. And I was like, it might get better, but it's not going to get better for you. It'll get better for the people who like run it, you know, like they're going to keep growing it. You're not going to suddenly love it here. Like,
yeah.
And it's basically at the point now where like I had this full download about it, and I was like, I have to fully shake it. And because she's like a beautiful, sensitive, sort of softer soul, like, you know, not many lives on earth yet kind of thing. She's very much a starseed. Just, I love her so much anyway. And I just want her to be in her absolute magic and power and everything. And so I gave her like this like forewarning of like, hey, I'm going to like ramp up the amount that I try and push you into your new existence. And I was like, sorry, and I love you. But I was like, I have to, like, I'm being pushed to do that, to push you by my, you know, team. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. La, la, la. So she took it really well, which is really nice. Like, that's really beautiful, because she knows I'm coming from a good place and I'm not just like, you know, trying to fucking run a life or anything.
Not just pushing her.
Yeah. Yeah. But that whole like hard, tough love, but in a really soft, nurturing, well, not soft, but like loving way feels right. It feels right for me to yang people, shake them up.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you come to me when you want the sweet softness.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every now and then I have to like push people hard, and I'm like, oh yeah. It's an experience.
Yeah. But, you know, you have like, that's the other thing that's amazing about you, is like you have the capacity to keep helping people, like return clients again and again, like going on a journey with them and getting them into a place of growth, and being able to look at that whole situation as a whole and be like, wow, look what we've done. Like, look how far you've come. Look at you now. You're, you know, you've helped so many people, and the word of mouth is insane. Like, everyone just comes flying at you because everybody who sees you has the most amazing results. Like, it's actually incredible. Like, you are fucked up. You're so good at what you do. And when I think about that,
put that on my website. Fucked up.
Yeah, when we were talking the other day and you were like, oh yeah, like maybe you can like yang people and I can yin them and be like that soft sort of nurturing thing. I was like, that, like, I would happily recommend everyone come and see you, because like I am not good at maintaining. I can maintain friendships and relationships really easily, but business wise, I'm so much better at like whatever is brand new right in front of my face. I can see it all. I can get it all in, just like all the stuff that needs to happen in that moment comes through, and I just want to smash it out of my entire body, whether it's like verbally or whatever. And then once it's done, I'm like, okay, cool, done. And then if I need to keep working on that thing, I'm like, nah, I'm over it. Bye. Like, which sounds fucked, but I think that's my Manny Jen side.
So you're like the wrecking ball that's like, guys, okay, you come to me, and then like you just like smash like their belief systems into like obliterations, and be like, go see Sorena, she'll help you rebuild your foundation.
She'll help you recover from this situation.
Yes, I love that. We're going to be such a good team.
Oh, the whole world is going to get so much better.
Yay! So I wanted to tell you a story about like having like longevities with a client and working with people through like so much. So I've been working with this lady for like 2 years on big trauma. And like a couple of months ago I saw her and I was like, I feel like this is all coming to a close. And like we both felt it. And I'm like, okay, this is good. And so she went away for a while and then she came back, and like a new trigger had happened. So she was abused from like a really, really young age by her own father, and like it was just big trauma. And like we'd just been working through it, but it was just like we had to work down to like the absolute cellular memory of each organ and each part of her, and working with like spirits. And she basically horcruxed her spirit and was just like sent parts fleeing out for safety. And so that's what happens. So when there's like a shock to your system, your spirit just flees your body. It's like, fuck that. I'm out of here, guys. Like I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to feel this. So like physically your body goes into shock, but what actually happens is like your spirit leaves, and that's why you're so distorted. And that's why you have such a disconnect from life. And you're like, I can't actually remember. You might not remember like periods of your life because you just shut that shit out. So we had to work to like call in all her spirits back home, like heal younger selves. Like we worked with like periods of her life for like so long, like say like when she was 13, like we did that for like 6 months. So it was just like a lot of like back and forth, so much going on. And then in that last session we just had earlier this week, it just all came down to like your spirit, like her soul chose to end this ancestral lineage of abuse in the family. And so she was the one that was like, okay, I'm coming down in this lifetime and I am going to stop it.
I just got chills.
I'm going to be the one that stops it. And then it was just like a domino effect. Like everything clicked into place that we'd been working on, and we were just like, and because like a week before she came in for her session, she was like, I just kept getting this thought, and it was just an impossible task. And then like as I was saying, like I was like, it's you're the one that has to end this now. And then she was like, oh my God, that's what the impossible task is. Like I came down and I went through all that hard work. And because she's 70 now.
Whoa.
So she's been like, she had a period of her life where it all got blocked out. So she's like, that was a glorious 30 years. And then she's been working through this for like another 35.
God, that's such a long time to carry that.
Yeah, but it took her that long to be able to just understand that was her soul mission.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does take that long to like peel layers and layers and layers off. But I think it's really beautiful that now people like our generation and the younger generations, they're peeling them off as we go.
Yes, they are.
And like how you're raising your son, like he doesn't need to like have all these layers on top of him.
Yeah.
Like to peel off later in life. Like we're just peeling them off.
He'll just bring up casually some situation where like I accidentally made him feel really sad when he was younger because I was busy doing something and he came to talk to me and I was like, no, like not right now. And just like shut him out for a second because I had to keep going. But obviously young him doesn't know that I'm trying to work to pay bills. He does, but he doesn't know what that means, like younger him. And all he remembered was me being like, no. And he just like brought that up the other day and was like, blah, 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 like just in passing, like we were getting ready to leave somewhere. And he was like, yeah, like that time when you do. And he like had like a little teary in his eye. And I was like, babe, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, thanks for bringing that up. And like, you know, and I explained to him, I was like, I have done so much lately to make sure that I am able to balance work and life better and also communicate to you so that you understand if I am working, it's a work time, and if I'm free to hang out with you, it's hangout time and stuff. And I just want you to know that I'm really sorry and thank you for telling me, and you know how much I love you. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, thanks so much. And like, we can only go forward from here. So I'll just always be cognizant of it. And he's like, thanks. And then he's like, yeah, so anyway, blah, blah, blah. Can you make sure we get like Weet-Bix or whatever? And I'm like, yeah. Just brings up these things. Cause like, you're right though. Like it's not like super suppressed under heaps of stuff. Like they're just peeling them off. Like literally as easy as that. He's like, sweet. One of those is fucking gone, done. Next.
Yeah, it's so incredible. So amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I love it. And I think that the more we peel off now, like our galactic guides are just they want us to just strip everybody's layers and be like, come back to your most beautiful neutral self, like neutral in the most loving way, like neutral as in you're just vibrating at your highest potential, but then you're just not stressed about this, that, and everything, or worried about this, or you don't have any fear in your life. It just come back to that beautiful baseline and then live from there. Yeah,
in more of like a fluid way. When you were saying that, I was just picturing water just moving together, like fluid, like taking everything as it comes and letting it move through.
Yeah, so if your baseline, like every day you wake up and you're like, I'm solid in myself, and then whatever the day brings, like if there's things, you can just handle them. Like it's not going to be one tiny little thing isn't going to set you off. It's just going to be like, okay, I can handle that. And then the big things, you're like, I have enough strength. Like I haven't used all my strength, wasted on past life, like past trauma, and I'm still sitting in that. It's just like, I just wake up and I'm like at a really beautiful base level so I can just handle whatever the fuck is going to go on.
Yes.
Yum.
Yeah, fucking yum.
Yeah. Let's fucking live like that.
Sounds good.
That's delicious.
Did you talk already?
They're going to make us do that.
Yeah, they fucking are.
The push is really full on.
It is. Did you just tell, okay, wait, one thought at a time, Esther. When we were talking earlier this morning and you were like, I want to talk about like something, I've got a story to tell you, but I'll wait till we're on the podcast. And then you were like, wait, should we talk about that in front of people? And I was like, fuck it, who cares? Is that what you just told me about that lady, or is it something else? Do you still want to talk about it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, cool, sweet. That was fine. That was chill.
Well, yeah, like it's like in my head because I was like, I know all the juicy details, and I'm like, oh no, I won't share that. I just don't have that thick and broad.
I have a fucking story for you.
Okay.
This is so crazy. Wait, did I already tell you? No, I don't think so. If I did, sorry, but I'll just tell it again. So I was on Marketplace last night. So I've been looking for a bookshelf for, I'm going to say like 2 months now. I kept like trying to find one and I just cannot find it in the right price or the right color and the right style. I want one of those like, it's like a modern retro looking thing. It's a bookshelf that's like kind of cube-ish but doesn't have walls. I don't know, anyway, fucking whatever. It's this really nice bookshelf. It's wooden. Cool. Yeah. Anyway, like the ones that I had found like online at, stores, they were fucking hundreds of dollars. And I was like, that's just not where we're at right now. Anyway, so I'm on Marketplace last night and I see the bookshelf that I want and it's like $70. And I was like, fuck off. But it's in Mullum. And I was like, I have the tiniest little car and my boyfriend's in Mackay.
Oh my God, I've got a big car.
Do you? Well,
yeah, I've got an SUV.
Interesting. Thank you. Conrad's enlisted to help, but if he has something come up, I will hit you up as husband number 3.
Oh my God, let's go crazy. Like, we will drive to Mullen.
We should. Actually, you would love this chick. So anyway, I messaged the chick and I was like, hey, do you happen to like have a trip planned to the Gold Coast anytime soon? And do you have a van that you could like chuck this in the back of? I have this tiny car and you're in Mullum and like, let me know. And she was like, oh my God, this is so weird. Wait, I'm actually just going to read it out to you. Hang on. Oh, where is it? Sorry, I didn't plan this well. So, her name is Naomi Batiste. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. And she said, she goes, oh my God, this is so weird. I remember your name from seeing your TikTok the other day. Haha, wow. It gets crazier. She goes, yeah, but no, sorry, I only have a tiny car, love heart. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. Dang, well, I'll see if my friend Conrad can pick it up and get back to you. Thank you so much. Also, that message made my whole day. And she said, honestly, it gets even more weird. Though, because I remember seeing your TikTok and I don't even know how I made the connection, but it was about how you have a 15-year-old son and you didn't want him to get a job, etc. Somehow I thought about the fact that I worked with a guy like 12 years ago with a toddler who had an ex called Esther. How I remember that, I do not know. But his name was Ben, and I wondered if you were the same Esther. And now you've messaged me. What the fuck? Because she wondered that back when she saw my TikTok the other day, and then I've just like dropped into her inbox. Yeah. I know. I've got goosebumps right now too.
So she worked with your ex?
Yeah, like 12 years ago. So then I said, what? Yes. Oh my God. Noah's dad's name is Ben. And I was like, your memory is so good. I'm shook. This feels like the universe lured me in with a bookshelf I've wanted for so long because I was meant to talk to you for some reason, possibly beyond this bookshelf purchase. And then she was like, oh my God, that's it. Noah. I was trying to remember his name. I met him a bunch of times. That's so wild. And then we like coordinated, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I've had like 20 people message me about the bookcase. Most of them, no. So she was like, if Conrad can definitely come, I'll hold it for you and blah, blah, blah. And then she said that she is shook as well. Like, what are the chances my brain would even make the connection? And then, you know, now we're fucking TikTok friends and, she has such a cool vibe. And when I found her on TikTok, she is, what's the name for it? So I can't remember what she does, like what it's called, but basically she does like workshops and she's teaching people how to connect with their bodies and how to get like the mind-body connection really strong, which is awesome, and how to love their bodies and like, you know, things like, you know, somatic sort of stuff and like dancing and like kissing yourself and like really feeling and leaning into this stuff. And when you look at her videos, it's so genuine. It's so genuine because you know, when you see, you can tell when someone's in their power or when they're trying to get into their power and they're like, you know, when someone's faking it till they make it, which we all do. Like, it's important to step into the shoes of the thing before you're in it to then manifest that life. Like, nothing wrong with that. But like, she's in those shoes, you know what I mean? And like, just looking at her stuff, you're like, whoa, it's so genuine, so beautiful. And she's just killing it. And I was like, fuck, this is sick. And I don't know why, but we were abso-fucking-lutely pulled back into each other's lives for some reason. Well, back in, I've not met her, but like, how crazy is that?
That's insane.
It's fucking wild.
Crazy.
Anyway, so I'm going to get my bookshelf on Saturday. I'm so excited.
So awesome.
Yeah. And Conrad was like, oh, at least you're using your TikTok fame well. He's like, you get first priority on Marketplace. Fucking send me. That was so funny.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The synchronicities that happen, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it was insane.
That's yummy.
What are you thinking about?
That's all. I've gone blank, and I'm like, oh, I think that's the end of this. They are not giving me any more energies. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're all gone.
Totally fine.
They've gone back to the ether. See you guys.
Bye.